Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Frenzy. And this movie came out in 1972 and is directed by Alfred Hitchcock. And I thought this movie was excellent. I thought it was awesome. I like the characters in this movie a lot. And the drama in this movie is very well established. And the plot is also great, as pretty much every Alfred Hitchcock movie that I can think of. Like, they always have really great stories if they're focused on story. And just like all of his movies, it's very well shot and everything is shown exactly how it should. And this is the first Alfred Hitchcock movie where I noticed his little cameo because I keep forgetting to look for those. I was like, oh yeah, Alfred Hitchcock likes to make a little cameo in his movies, and I believe he always has one, and I just keep forgetting to look for them. And I'm not really going to talk about the plot for this movie because I don't want to spoil anything. But I'll just say that there are points in this movie where things do get crazy, and I loved every minute of it. And the pacing for this movie is great. Like, the entire thing is 2 hours, and it felt closer to an hour and a half. Like, it just flies by for me. Like, I'm so into it, and with the characters and where everything is going. Like, it's just a great story that I was able to really get attached to, and the death scenes in this movie were very effective without spoiling anything. And I loved the directions that the story took. It was something that was really connecting with me, and it did kind of remind me a little bit of Dial M for Murder, like he kind of made the same movie twice, kind of. Because there were some similarities between this and Dial M for Murder plot-wise, but it's from the same director, so I don't really take off points for it or find it distracting. It's just like, oh, I guess it's okay to copy off of yourself because it was already done perfectly, so why change it? And this is just one of those movies where you always feel the emotions that the characters are going through, especially our main character, because he's being framed and everything that he has to do to make things right and to just figure out how to handle the situation. Because the plot kind of happens, like, in the sense that it does, if that makes sense, basically just by accidental. And I don't think it was planned for it to happen exactly the way that it did. But the way it was executed in the movie, it felt accidental, and that's what makes it great and compelling. It's like, sometimes this just happens, and you gotta find yourself out of it. And this is also by far one of the funniest Alfred Hitchcock movies that's not trying to be a comedy, because there were points where I was genuinely laughing, like the wife character always making like really terrible dinner. Like, that was pretty funny, but also being very smart in terms of like telling the private investigator like what he should be doing, and like figuring out the story and like what makes sense for people to do. All the characters feel like they have a purpose in the movie, and nothing feels like filler to me. And there was one scene in this movie where a character had to get something, and I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, also not like slapstick comedy, just like it's just funny what this character has to do. And in terms of issues that I have with this movie, there's just one thing that really bugged me, that I just wished that it was taken out of the movie because you didn't need it. It's when a character is being dragged to a place they don't want to be in. They're just yelling, and not even a minute goes by, and we're just given like a narration of exactly what they just said a minute ago, basically. And only difference here is a character is thinking about what that character said. And I'm like, you didn't really need that, and that could have been cut out. But that's like a tiny criticism that I have of the movie. And everything else is just amazing and exactly what I would want from a movie like this. Like, it tells you exactly what you would want, and it delivers on it. I just don't really have any other criticisms with this movie. It was just a really great experience overall. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Frenzy a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Frenzy, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.